The ones on my hand, this is family. These guys all got it. I kind of recommend they get the family on the right hand. The left hand is whatever is important to them. So you can put pussy, you can put whatever you want. I put pride. He put pride and he put heart, which is a good one too. You know, your heart is important to you. You know, so you can. The left side is optional. I suggest to people in the family put the right side, the family symbol. I got these two on my neck. This is a unity and loyalty. These are the two things that I will never break. If I ever break these, you can cut a knife right across those two kanjis, which would slice my neck, which I would die. So that's so important. I hold these two things. I showed you guys earlier the backstabbing and lying. Every morning, as soon as I get up, I'm stepping on it every day, over 1,000 times a day. And what else? The family emblem on my arm here. I like this. I heard this in Godfather. Real power can't be given, it must be taken. But I added a little bit to it. Real power, strength, and heart can't be given, it must be taken. You know, like when you train, you want to be a famous fighter and everything, but when you become a real champion, it's not getting a good fight and getting a lucky punch and fight. You gotta pay your dues. You gotta train hard. You gotta suffer everything. I got this is the Yamato Samashi tattoo. Dragon.
This is Shuto.
My dog.
This is dragon.
The dog has all these sayings on it. It says like fall down 7 times, get up 8. Blood is just red sweat. To really try is to try when times are hard. You know, you got these guys saying gambaritai, gambaru, 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 but fuck, when you're sitting down drinking a Coke, having a good time in a jacuzzi and you say gambaru, everyone can say that. But it's when you're down on the mat, you don't know if you can do one more rep of push-up, and you look at the guy and say gambaru, and he looks at you and say gambaru. That's real. You know, that's real. So that's what that one says, you know. To try is to try is when, to really try is to try when times are hard. There's a bunch of those in that. The pain you feel obtaining a goal is the joy you'll feel when you obtain the goal. That's another one on my butt. I got on my chest, the family emblem. This is the Japanese lion called the shishi. When it gets mad, they say nothing can stop it. And the shishi is facing the family emblem because he's protecting the family. This is my belief of family. I don't know, I haven't memorized it, but this is what I believe about family.
Family is the only one that will stand by you through thick and thin, carrying each other through the hard times and rejoicing together in the good are signs of a
true family.
Without a split second of a life hesitation,
I can die for my family.
My family is my life.
Thou who shed his blood with me shall always be my brother.
That's deep, bro.
And the samurai commandment.
This is the 10 Commandments of the Samurai.
Read that. You say.
I don't know.
This one is live as a man, die as a man, become a man. The reason why I like this one is if you look at it, dying is in the middle, which is weird, right? You think everyone in this world believes dying is the last thing you do. But to live as a man means all the hardships you have, all the pain you have in your life, you face it like a man. You do what's right like a man. You're living as a man. But there's all little tests, you know, like, you know, you don't want to go to work, but you got to go to work. You say someone that you really care about dies, you got to overcome the death. You break up with a girl that you really love, you got to overcome that. All those little things in that life is all little tests, I believe. Then the next thing is the biggest test. It's like, you know, you have a college course and you have all these little pre-tests, you know, and then you get the final examination. The final examination is half your grade, you know. And I believe the final examination in life is dying. So you live as a man and you face all your problems as a man. It'll just prepare you for your final test, which is death. So it all is to whether you become a man at the end or not is going to depend on how you face the final test, how you do on the final test. So if I face all my problems like a man and try to be a man, but when I have to die, I die a coward in my heart. I die saying, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, no, please don't shoot me, don't shoot me. No, even if I think I'm right, no, don't shoot me, please, I don't want to die. And he shoots me in the head, I died a coward. I didn't die a man, so I did not become a man. So until you die, you're not going to know if you become a man. And that's my biggest fear in my life right now. To die, I want to die an honorable man. And, you know, as tough as I think I am, as tough as everyone thinks I am, dude, you die only once, man. No one knows how scary it is to know that you're going to leave this world forever until that moment happens when the guy got the gun to your head, about to pull the trigger. And I don't even know what it's going to feel like. And as much as I believe, as much as I don't care if I die tomorrow, man, I honestly cannot tell you what is going to go through my heart that moment that I'm going to face and look death right in the barrel. I do not know. And that's my biggest fear, is that I might turn into a little chicken. I doubt it. But that's why I face all my problems now in this world. Like if I have a Yakuza problem, I have any type of problem, I face it head on like a man, because I want to strengthen my heart for the time when I have to really have the real test of dying. And that's what happened, that's what went wrong with my fighting. My fighting all went to that. I mean, it wasn't about winning or losing, it was winning the game of life, you know. I saw Igor Vovchanchi and everyone told me not to throw down with him, but when I stood across the rim and I saw his girth, and I thought, holy shit, this guy, one punch is going to knock you out. He just knocked out Francisco Bueno, like he was out cold, falling on the ground. And I was thinking to myself, oh, I got to overcome that fear. So I thought to myself, man, I got to go into that fire, man. And that's what brought me into that. That's what it made me fight. That's why I fought all the guys when they were at the top game. I fought Mark Kerr when after he destroyed Ugo. I fought Igor when he was at his best. I fought Nogueira when he was a heavyweight champ. I fought Keith Haring after he just beat Tom Erickson. You know, I fought all the big dogs when they were at the top of their game. I fought Mara Sperry in Abu Dhabi because he was an ex-champ, the champ the year before, and I went up for a super fight up there. And it wasn't about me winning fights or getting a belt. It was me conquering my fears in the ring. And I feel like as fighters we're lucky, because if you're a office worker, you'll never face a day that you're gonna look death in the eye. You're never gonna face a day even where you have a half amount of fear in your heart, whether you're gonna be crippled for life or you're gonna be dead, you know. But as fighters, we're lucky because we face that every time we get in the ring. And I feel that I'm lucky, and I wanted to use that and not take Igor down and get on top and submit him. I felt the magnet to pull me into going to the fear zone, and that's where my whole fighting went into a different area. Where that's why I lost all my last 5 fights, because I felt like I wanted to go into that area and picking opponents like if I were to fight now again, I would be intrigued with like Brock Lesnar, Fedor, you know, those kind of guys that seem like can't be beat, and I would like to enter that fear zone and see how I could handle it, you know. But you know, as a careerist fighter, it was not a good thing to do. It was bad because look at my win-loss. I fought 19 fights and it's almost like a 50-50 where I think I got 8 losses already, and it's like, but for me, I lost almost half of my fights, but in my heart, I'm still undefeated, you know. And that's what it's all about for me. It's about winning who I am as a man and becoming a strong man, and I think I've done the best in that. I love that, you know. Like for these guys too, same thing. Once you develop your name and they admit that you're a strong fighter, fuck wins and losses, man. It's all about putting it all on the ring in your heart. So right now, I'm trying to pick them fights where they can show their strength. And then after the crowd and the world admits that they're strong fighters, it doesn't matter. Winning and losing don't mean shit. A belt around your waist don't mean shit, man.